Hello everyone, this is day number 14. Finally I can create ultimate, so one of the rules is already ticked. And I can farm here actually, because the rule is only for the lower difficulties. The moment I reach the harder content in the game, I can do some occasional farms, but first, quick recap again. My experience bar, freshly 69. 14 hours in, 8 minutes. Not too bad, honestly. Exactly my plan, original plan, to spend 14 hours in the first two difficulties and left 10 hours for ultimate. I hope it's gonna be enough to hit 100 and reach the Vanguard. At Forgotten Gods, I'm not worried about the Vanguard, I can reach it pretty easily. My main concern is the leveling. Average item level 40. Far behind. I hope to get some reputation with Devil's Crossing and change to their elite bases. Letter armor you can recognize because usually in Grimdown there is no specification, but it's very easy to recognize cloth, leather and heavy armor by looking at the physique requirements. This is a leather armor, requires those 500, and this is a heavy plate, requires 775. This is the difference. And usually cloth armor requires, like this one requires spirit and very low portion physique. Interesting fact if you never noticed. But let's jump to, I need a bit shopping. Ideal. I think 30 should be okay for majority of Act 1. Act 1 is very easy usually. Damage is okay. Much better with my new movement ability. Unfortunately, because I skipped Forgotten Gods, I don't have any more materials. So this medal is kinda locked on me until I found. This boss is ridiculously tanky. I always keep him, doesn't matter the difficulty. Apart from normal. Fun fact, usually he has more life pool than Warden Krieg. Rift management, very important. If you want to speed up the game for you, I recommend to master this. Helps a lot. It can be the difference between 14-15 hours playthrough and a 30 hours playthrough. It's not necessary, but it's a nice habit to use backtracking with rift management instead of walking all the time to objectives. Because if I go first to foul this, I have to walk back to the rift. In this way I just grab the rift, go foul this and just teleport back. This works on almost every quest in Grimdawn. Especially at Old Arkovia. You can secure the rift first and then go deeper to kill Tyrion, and after that you just teleport out instead of walking the whole tomb again. I am very interested in this Kai'Sak battle because he offers a very nice offhand. Also, he is not very tanky, just 600k. This is the ridiculous part. Other boss is a kinda random encounter, it's not related to objectives, and it has double the life pool than Kai'Sak. And Kai'Sak is actually the first objective in the game. I don't need any shrines anymore. But this is nice chunk of experience. Also we have some experience items. But this time we have a wee problem. When I re-equip my stuff, thanks to the items changing, I can't equip my helm. So I have to watch out when I change this stuff during combat. I can get myself easily killed. Hated with the Tyrios. Now there's gonna be extra spawns. These guys are literally immune to fire if there is no resistance shred involved. Killing every beast on sight is gonna net me quicker homestead revered. Apply my floods. As you can see, barely take any damage if there is no elemental storm under the feet of the fire zombies. Immediately move on. I didn't check the off count, probably not enough spirit. Not far away though. Decent roll, aggressive of wildfire, this is a lot of offensive ability. Definitely upgrade. I have to invest a little bit in spirit. Slits are very easy to kill and a good density. This is a good chunk of experience. Even the heroes, not the heroes, the champions, they are not very hard to kill. Only the blue ones and the heroes basically can drop the slit necklaces. I'm pretty sure champions can't. But I think I have enough from the previous difficulties. This is an upgrade actually, I still carry my normal one. There is a quick quest here. Very easy quest to finish. Not much, not so rewardable in normal, but a good chunk of experience for a 1 minute work. Also few chests here. And this is just one conversation here. I lost the helm, immediately lose poison resistance and bunch of the others. Not a bad experience. Everything is welcome at this point. We have less than 10 hours, finish that. There is a hero nearby, a corrupted one. This green energy around them indicates a corrupted hero. One of the most dangerous heroes in Grimdown. His Aether Pulse stacks also deals insane amount of damage. Not a single hero spawn. This is a very unusual for this quest to not get a single hero spawn. Probably the most unluckiest scenario. Finally an upgrade. I can't equip it right now because I don't have inventor, but it's not big deal. I'll do that later. I'm not gonna change the difficulties. This is a lot of time waste at this point. Just gonna sell some stuff that I'm pretty sure I can't equip. Now it's gonna be harder for me to face stack checks. Also, I'll check for a better medal that gives me physique and spirit. I think this one is better. Yep. So now I'm not gonna lose my helm slot, I believe. Oops, not that way. No, that's the wrong one. Let's see. Yep, this way I don't lose the helm, so I'm safe. I lose again resistances, but at least I have all my parts equipped. I have to take a sip of tea. Tea helps me to stay calm. And not die miserably. I have to keep Milton on top of the elemental storms. He's very fire resistant. I'm not sure if I can face tank the slum. Usually this type of zombie soldiers, they hit pretty hard if you have bad equip. This charge ability here. All of the rest of his kit is not so dangerous, but the slums. This is the biggest one. His totem is just Aether warped, so no dangerous enemies. Just the Mammoth guys hits a little bit harder, because they are not supposed to be here. Another potential upgrade. Unfortunately, this offhand comes just with a suffix or prefix. This is some sort of corpse monster infrequents, if we can call them like this. But not a bad roll. All damage, fire damage, bird damage. Also, the summon's gonna distract the enemy, which is always nice. Easy kill. Scams gives a nice chunk of experience. Okay, of the eagle ring, this worth checking. Eagle gives all the stats, and actually this is, I think, upgrade over the right band. This is not good. These packs of mosquitoes, one of them is void touched, which means it teleports next to me. Okay, I have to move on. Need to find looter graves. I can check my luck with this amulet actually. Maybe the boss is not so hard to kill. And if I got a lucky drop, always nice. Just gonna clear the ads really quick. He slaps really hard at this point. Good news are I outrange him for the most part. It's a very slow animation, you can always step on a side for the thunder. You don't even have to dodge this, you can save your dodge for his other attacks. A really bad roll. What we have here, Savage Totem. Definitely I want to do it. Anything that doesn't contain Forsaken Ancient, it's not gonna be that scary. Spiders actually can entrap. Some useless crafts, at least for us. The looter is not here, so what's left in the last spawn location? Another corrupted hero. I'm going to save time this time. Just repair the bridge. That shrine is not gonna make up against the time loss fighting Shambler. Shambler is very tanky, fire resistant as well, so no point tackle him. Reflection hero, reflection values in ultimate are higher. As you can see, now I reduce 5. That means this guy applies more percentage than the previous difficulties. We need the rift gate.
Oh, hello, travel.
Beautiful. Actually, I have to fix this vitality resistance.
Move along now.
Okay, we teleport Duncan. What's left is a Savage Totem. Not the best spawn on the earth. Gonna be a painful. Inventory is full. I have no other choice, have to sell some stuff. I'm not gonna check anything here. I need this. Actually, I have to buy the Merit, sorry, before I start bringing back quests. Entrapment is probably my worst nightmare. I somehow capped order of the crowd control resistances, which I am impressed actually. I expect this to be the huge problem the entire playthrough. But I think that my devotion choices is actually pretty good in this regard. If you're curious where is Ulgrim, always use this as a navigation point and just a little bit northwest and you're gonna find him here. Very easy. And actually don't miss him, this is a lot of experience. In the higher difficulties, doesn't really matter in normal, honestly. Cause you old scale the quests pretty quick. No, too much life pool. I really want all the quests, but actually I can't skip quests anymore, so I'll just stand my ground and fighting here. Okay, actually this is pretty scary weapon. This is superior of fervor. That's why I take another superior of fervor. This hits like a truck. Yep, chance for physical, a lot of attack speed. I have to dump 2 levels of spirit, eventually changing some jewelries. Very rare to get this raptor type of heroes, so I always kill them because of rare occasion. Also, they are very squishy for some reason. Okay, one of the most annoying quests for a low resistance shred fire build. Everything here takes ages. Thankfully I deal some ether damage from the movement rune. So it's not. Yeah, physical damage definitely starts to be a problem. I think I mitigate all the rest of the damage types pretty well. But behind my attribute problems, my average item level is far behind, like a lot. Also, I drop a lot of armor absorption. So my armor is actually non-existent. This time I have to check carefully if I collect all the cloths, the fabrics. Last time I missed one. One, two, probably the other one is upstairs. Yep, physical damage is definitely a huge problem. This is the most rare occasion to get all 3 of them in this building. Usually they are scattered among the whole map. Vitality damage. Forsaken, no chance. These shrines summons are really tanky enemies, so I'm gonna skip it. This is too much time, it's not worth the experience that I'm gonna gain instead of progressing forward. Fire resistant, no. Now is a good moment to finish the reload quests. Repairing the pump.
A creature. I need some time to plan.
Welcome to my world, Rift. You don't remember you. Did you bring back Peck? Ah.
The captain said, search. Did you get this? Perfect. Looks like you did.
Oh, that's a very dangerous combo. This pack can delete you if their traps connects. One of them shooting traps very often. Fun fact, I lost a hardcore character to these guys twice. This is one of the most dangerous spawns in Act 1, believe it or not. Because they can chain and trap you for forever basically. And one of them spawns boost. This is the shielded guy. He deals elemental damage and a lot of dots, as you can see. This guy is also very dangerous. Not like the previous pack, I believe it's just two of them. One of them is mainly bleeding pierce, the other one is poison, but in huge AoE. Willow fight is identical to the other guy usually. Just Willow is not so tanky for some reason. The other guy is much tankier. But the mechanics are pretty much the same. Pretty straightforward fight. Another strategy that can speed up the game for you is to not basically bring your quests on a site. You can bring them all together at the end. Pointless to talk to all of these NPCs now. Also, I'm gonna avoid getting too much levels. In this way my fight with Warden Krieg is gonna be easier. This counts for every single act. It's not necessary constantly to teleport. Oh, I have to bring my quest back. No, that's not necessary. You're gonna speed up your game a lot by just simply avoid this mistake. This is an upgrade actually, I believe. If we do a quick check, better life. I have to solve this vitality resistance.
Put it to good use.
Need something broken down?
This is 78 elemental. Should be more offensive ability. Yep, definitely an upgrade. Sheets lower shows a lower DPS number because this is just 6 casting speed, the other one was 14. Also, funny enough, this orb can't boost my impact damage from the metal because I use Aether movement rune. And I need impact damage to proc my Dryad. This is a bad. All these chain explosions can get you killed even with max fire resistance. Actually, I no point to mess with these guys. There is nothing wrong to skip fights if you notice it's too slow for you. Moving forward is much more rewardable than just sitting here spending 5 minutes fighting 5 champions. Actually, I can fix these vitality resistance problems. What I use here, Devil's Crossing augment. Now the big problem is where I keep them. It's here. Okay, vitality is slightly fixed. 1% over cap is not amazing, but at least I'm not under the cap. Ooh, that was a big slump. I don't want to mess with the big boys, so I'm gonna just move forward. A quick reshuffle. Now I have to fill this gap with some random item. A quick restock on the crystals. I don't plan crafting soon. Okay. This area is actually very profitable on experience. Density here is insane. Good mixture of enemies as well. Just this fire guys is something that I dislike on this build. These fast enemies just kick in really hard. I have to avoid this Rambo playstyle. I think ultimate is not like the previous difficulties when I can take hits or two. Actually, I'm pretty stuck on crystals. And since this is the last difficulty, I can actually grind now. Oh, that was a big smack. Yep. Physical damage confirmed. I have to work on my armor. This guy hits me for like 6k maybe. This is a good pack. I have to kill the defender first. If you don't know this mechanic, defender is squishier, but the guys that he empowers are not. So it's a huge mistake to kill the ads first. First kill the shielder. This guy is very fire resistant. This is a named hero. That's a guaranteed spawn here. And it's part of the Grimtools lore. This guy work with Warden Krieg, thinks they do a good cause, but when he realized that they actually are the bad guys, decide to suicide. But his partner actually kills him and turns him into one of the Aetherials all together with himself. It's quite interesting story if you follow the lower notes here. This is also a good part of the map, good density, crystals and a boss. I don't plan to kill the boss. It's another named hero. This is the partner of the other guy that I talking about earlier. Actually, he's not that tanky because he's not a fire type of hero, so he takes much more damage. I have to avoid physical damage like a plague from now on until I fix my situation. Which is higher armor base plus another scaled height, which is nearly impossible with my resistances at the moment. So I'm in a very bad spot against fast hitting physical damage dealers. Mogara definitely can one-shot me, for example. She's fast enough and hits hard enough. So I'm not sure if I want to step there before I fix this. Killing the ads first. I don't want to get body blocked when I run from this guy. I am capped on stun resistance, so but still is a wise idea to dodge some of this stuff. Yep. Okay, not good.
And when I'm done with you, I will crush your friends at Devil's Crossing. Why won't you die? You are strong, but now I will demonstrate my true power!
Now he's faster, attacks faster as well. Crossbow ability is the one that can get you killed easily. High bleeding damage, really high bleeding damage. Thankfully I'm much more mobile now with my new movement rune. Usually his stomp is my damaging window. I misplayed this really bad. Oh, fucking hell. Problem with this fight is he very often changing the pattern. That's how he caught me off guard and I eat all the projectiles. I expect his stun instead of the crossbow ability. Come on. I can take a deep breath. I have to watch the footage. I think this was like maybe 500 health. Below, I don't know, 1%. Maybe less.
What do you want?
Okay, now is the big experience gain. I'm curious to see how much I can move on from 72. Also reputation gains very important.
What do you want?
Prefer to make a deal with him. This armor is actually not a bad armor. I lose a lot of offensive power.
Good, you're back. What? That's good with their. Is that so? The Warden's defeat is a. So you must be the copy.
Problem with this armor is none of these resistances I actually need. Let me switch to my actual gear. Okay, I'll fix this with the component. It's gonna be fixed. But this gives me better armor rating on the slot that I'm very often get hit. I'm not happy with the loss of so much offensive ability power. This is 100. So probably I'll still rely on my dodge ability. I'm gonna do a quick sell so I can start next episode. This is minor increase, but comes with casting speed and spirit percentage. Pretty tough decision. Yeah, it's too much damage loss. So I'm just gonna sell it.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left. Iron well spent.
We can equip better offhands now. No casting speed on this one. Probably I sold the other one.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Tempest of protection. These items I need. Oh. Time to get rid of this ring.
Need something broken down?
Also I can leave this slot open and use a different metal augment, different ring augment, sorry. But what I have actually? Vitality. Okay, better vitality over cups. Let's check this. Pants, I can't. Not enough stats. Fair enough. That means vendor.
Iron well spent.
This is already outdated items. I don't need the clusters. This ring is old as well already.
See you around.
Quick recap. This is my experience bar. I got 3 levels from Devil's Crossing. Not amazing. Actually 3 levels and a half. Time wise, I would say 15 hours 20 minutes. Minor upgrades to the gear. 5 average levels up, but I got 3, so this is just, I'm in the same situation like at the start of the video. So far my problems are physical resistance, physical damage, sorry. Actually I'm quite okay on the resistance, but armor rating is too low, so I take a really big hits in certain parts of my body.
Iron well spent.
Reputation wise, this can be grind out maybe for an hour, so I can get better gear.
See what's left of my wares.
This one, and eventually this one is impossible, so I have to think for another alternative for the shoulder guards. But this armor is doable if I get revered, which is I think impossible without heavy grinding. So far what's left is 8 hours and a half, which concerns me a little bit, because if Act 1 is that slow, any act after is gonna be even slower, and I might be not manage to get the challenge because I can't grind out the experience potions, which clash with the rules to grind on a no chance with this build to reach Malmut, to be fair. I have to pass Lokoran, which was terrible last time when I fight him. Ultimate's gonna be even more harder. I'm not sure if I can get so much upgrades. I can go back and get damage in the expense of all the defensives by using Malmut gear and a Kovan gear. I can get some arcane pieces to bump up the damage, but this is gonna be in the expense of my sustain levels, because I'm gonna drop a lot of, for example, 5 physical resistance here. I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but usually I can start Hidden Path quest, then try to get MI pants in this slot. they are usually not so heavy as the bases, so there is a high chance I can roll something lower. But this one is a good roll, but not having implicits is a really bad. More deeper and deeper, I feel I'm gonna fail the 24 hours mark, and I start thinking I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fail it. This is another 28 levels. I'll think about this in the next couple of days, how to fix it and maybe grind out the experience. Still, Act 2 is very rich on quests. Homestead is very rich on quest. Blood Grove is okay, good side quests, and after that is horrible. So pointless, I think, for me to go after Homestead if I have to spoke about strategy, because Asterkan Valley is a shit area, no quests. Fort Alkan is like 2 quests, which is garbage. Also, not gonna mention how hard is Lucius to deal with. So I think Blood Grove is the last point, and after that I have to think about how to grind out the experience instead of move forward. Totally waste of time for me reaching Fort Alkan, deal with these bullshits. Getting just miserable experience. Last time when I reached that, I got like less than half bar, I think, which is awful. But anyways, I'm gonna think about this off screen because the clock's ticking and I lose even more much time. So thank you everyone for watching. Thanks again to the Spray Nerf, he always comment under the videos so we can discuss the strategy and the moments that I almost die. There are already quite few. And today's episode was the closest, I think. I'm gonna rewatch the footage. I'm curious to see if it was 500 or less. But thank you everyone. Thanks to the community as well. They support me very well so I can move forward doing guides, doing this type of weird challenges that basically punish myself. Thanks again. See you in the next one.